The MRIs were admitted into evidence, and now it goes into the jury room when they go back to deliberate. Do you really think that anybody in the jury room is going to actually look at those MRIs to determine whether or not there's something there that's going to help them make a decision? You want to know the answer? Come join me for a moment as I share with you some great information. Hi, I'm Gerry Oginski. I'm a New York medical malpractice and personal injury attorney practicing law here in the state of New York. At the end of a trial, whether it's an accident case or a medical malpractice case or a wrongful death case, now the jury goes back to deliberate to decide who is more likely right than wrong, who is entitled to a verdict. When the jury goes back to deliberate, they are entitled to look at and evaluate and analyze any piece of evidence that came into court during the course of this trial. And it doesn't matter what it is. It could be an X-ray, could be a CAT scan, could be an MRI, could be medical records. Whatever it is, the jury has the opportunity to go ahead and look at them. Now, do you really think anybody on the jury, especially if there are no doctors on the jury, do you think that they're actually going to put that MRI up, look at it, sit there and analyze and evaluate it? In all likelihood, they may. Now, why do I say that? Because during the course of trial, if MRIs, for example, were admitted into evidence, we will have had medical doctors come in and explain to the jury what is actually seen and shown on this MRI. And now the jurors have an opportunity to put it up on a light box to see for themselves whether or not it makes sense what the expert was saying. Now, are they truly going to know exactly what's there? In all likelihood, the answer is no. But as a reference point, they have that testimony for where the doctor was now testifying about information that was contained on that MRI. And they have every legal right to go ahead, obtain that information, look at it in the jury room, and help them make a decision about who's more likely right than wrong. Will the jury be able to fine-tune and look at that MRI and detect exactly what's there and what's not there? In all likelihood, the answer is no. Why? Because they don't have specialized medical knowledge that's going to give them that information. Instead, they have to rely on the testimony that they heard during the course of trial. So why do I share this great information with you? I share it with you just to give you an insight and a different perspective of what happens during the course of a trial when the jury now turns around and they have the opportunity to review these items that are in evidence when they go ahead and deliberate. You know, I recognize you've got questions or concerns about your own particular matter. Well, if you're contemplating bringing a lawsuit and your matter did happen here in the state of New York and you've got questions, what I encourage you to do is pick up the phone and call me. I can answer your legal questions. You know, this is something I do every single day and I'd love to chat with you. You can reach me at 516-487-8207 or by email at Gerry, Gerry, at oginski-law.com. That's it for today's video. I'm Gerry Oginski. Have a wonderful day.